It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Thank you for taking time with us this morning. My promise is, this will be a good use of your time. You have a lot of choices, but the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle is for you to build your 8 to 9 figure sales department and to do it faster, easier, quicker with practice proven methods that you know that will work. And at the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about? And as we start every morning, I always like to share our core philosophy that drives our company. Everyone has a philosophy. Every company has one. At least our philosophy is success leaves clues. It's not a new idea. I get it. But it is a timeless principle that if someone else has done it, so can we. And in fact, there's probably footprints that we can follow. And the way we take that approach and apply it to you, the CEO, and what that means to you, the person that's watching right now and that's building your business, if we take a look at a case study, let's take a look at that company, take a look at what the CEO choices they made, what worked, what didn't work, best practices, and then how we can apply those best practices inside of our sales department. Isn't that so cool? It's original. I don't know where else it happens. And it happens every single morning here on the CEO Sales Huddle. So let's go ahead and get started because I'm super excited. The case study. Once upon a time, there were two friends, Dale Backus and Wes Phillips. They faced a classic problem: how to stand out in a crowd. They entered a contest with a homemade commercial that was both funny and memorable. But the real challenge came later when they decided to create a phone accessory company called OhSnap. Now, how could they make their product shine in a world full of phone grips already? There were so many that are out there. And the struggle was real. It might be real with you right now as you're listening. OhSnap had to compete with big names like POC Sockets. But here's an interesting fact. Instead of hiring a fancy ad agency, OhSnap used their own creativity. They made a bold commercial that caught people's attention with humor and a bit of cheekness. It worked. People loved it. And the ad got over 722,000 views on YouTube. Talk about a sales message. Talk about a sales strategy. This shows that sometimes being different, that's your sales strategy, and a little daring, that's the sales structure, can make all the difference in the world. OhSnap's solution was simple yet powerful. They focused on direct and engaging marketing. Now, this is just a great lesson for sales strategy. Just like OhSnap, businesses can benefit from a clear and, I'm going to say, entertaining sales message by knowing their audience and at the end of the day, speaking their language. OhSnap created a connection that turned viewers into customers. So in sales, having a sales strategy, having a sales message that resonates with your audience can lead to not only increased revenue, but a stronger presence in the market. What's my big takeaway for you as you're listening right now? As you, the CEO, what can you take away? Well, it's the importance of having a solid sales system. OhSnap's success wasn't just about one funny ad. It's not about just understanding their market. It's about delivering a message, a sales message that stuck, that resonated, and really talked about solving a problem. And for CEOs, this means building a sales strategy that is both innovative and relatable. And by doing so, businesses can not only grow their revenue, but it can also make a positive impact on the people that they serve the most. So you can have meaning and make money at the same time. Isn't that kind of cool? You can have impact and income, and you can make a dollar and a difference at the same time. And isn't that why you're in business? Isn't that one of the reasons you, the CEO, show up every single day to do what you do at the highest level possible? If that's you, then you stay tuned because we move now to talk about another area, which is our core mantra. So we have a philosophy and then we have a mantra. And our mantra is really 3 words. And those 3 words are something that we believe in with every fiber in our body. And those 3 words are focus on sales. In fact, you can repeat those words after me right now as you're listening. Focus on sales. Focus on sales. Focus on sales. As the CEO, I'm asking you, when you show up every single day and you have a conversation with your sales department, even if that conversation is you, there's one guiding principle. There's one guiding mantra, is that we focus on sales. Now, there's an obvious reason, but yet it's not so obvious. And the obvious reason is, well, if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Why, you might say, why? I get that, but just remind me once again. Because without sales, there's always more money pouring out that bank account than there is pouring in that bank account. What that means is sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, there's always more money going out than there is coming in. I got to land the plane and remind you every single morning, and myself included, is that selling at the end of the day is very, very, very serious business. So we laugh, we joke, we have a good time every morning. But if the CEO, that's you, is waking up every day and you have a conversation with your sales department and the core philosophy isn't focused on sales, then they're going to be focused on other stuff that may not be impacting sales at all. And how do you build an 8 to 9 figure sales department? Well, you first focus on sales, okay? But we have a pledge, and our pledge is learn, earn, and return. And every morning I like to remind you that I have to learn something new, that's you, the CEO, in order to earn new revenue from existing clients, in order to get old and new clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, I must return. And there is a reason why, because it leads to our objectives every morning. And our objectives are really threefold. They're very simple, they're very easy, they're clear. We're going to see where we are from a sales position. And then we're going to address any hurdles or roadblocks that are in front of us that we know of. And then we're going to focus on building our 7-figure sales team at the end of the day. Isn't that what it's about? It's about those 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand. Pillar number 1, you must have a one-page CEO sales plan. Pillar number 2, must have a sales cycle. Pillar number 3, you must have a sales message that really resonates. And pillar number 4, you got to have a dashboard. Like the CEO sales dashboard tells you exactly what's working, what isn't working, what changes have happened, where you need to make adjustment, where you need to really allocate your resources. And last, you got to build your sales team. You've got to build a 7-figure sales team. Now, every morning as we get started, I love to reach out and say hello, right? Because you can see me, but I can't see you. One of the ways that we can connect is you can look below the video. If you're on one of the streaming platforms that allows you to do that, and when you look below the video, you can go and put hashtag I'm here. Hashtag I'm here is the bat signal to me and you're in this conversation. Now, maybe you're like, Shay, I'm watching it later, right? Maybe you're like, I'm watching it on a replay. If that's you, just put hashtag replay. But you're in the conversation. And some of you're watching on one of the platforms, you can't do any of that. You're like, Shay, that sounds cool, but I can't really participate. Here's what you can do, because we can connect. I want your feedback. I want you to pay this message forward. I want you to share this with someone else who wants to build an 8 to 9 figure sales department. And go ahead and put in @IamChayBrown. @IamChayBrown. Once you type in @IamChayBrown, go ahead and drop me a DM. Let me know you're in the conversation, because the question I get asked every day is, what's the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle? Let's be reminded of that. It's a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more, faster, easier, with less effort, using proven practices and models that work across the industry. And to do that, we got to have a big why. And our big why is all about sales growth. It's all about accountability, and it's all about consistency. And you may have heard this before, but how true is that? Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And to help you be consistent, we put together 15 minutes every single morning. So we're here 5 days a week. You're here, I'm here, 15 minutes. That's 1% of your day. There's 1,440 minutes in every day. Now, here's the cool thing. There's never 1,442. Never, ever, 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 never, ever. And if there's anything less than 1,440, then you may have been called home to the pearly gates. I say that in all seriousness to say that we have an outcome. And our number one outcome is to generate $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. This is over and beyond whatever you're earning today. You show up. You follow the steps. You not trust the process. You follow the Evergreen Revenue Model. And in doing that, you're going to generate $100,000 plus a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. And this is over and beyond whatever you're bringing in today. Man, how cool is that? So as we talk about that and as we're having this conversation, here's what I want you to know. You've got this. You can do this. The challenge that comes up, people say, well, Shay, how do I get to $100,000? What am I measuring? What am I looking at? How do I know if I'm on track or off track? What are the key measurements? And it didn't exist. So we created it for our clients. And it was for our private clients only. And now it's been released to the public. Oh, it's so exciting. It's called the CEO Sales Dashboard. And the CEO Sales Dashboard is a place that you can generate leads, offer appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. And it happens day after day after day after day. And doing that, the key philosophy is what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. So now we're going to go take a look at it. And it looks just like this. It's an Excel sheet. Now, you can go over to www.ceosalesdashboard.com and you can download it. Once you download it, by the way, and you have it, then you can augment it on the side. You can customize it. It has dates going across the top, categories on the left. You can add your number one product, your number two product. And we're going to look at leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. This morning, let's look at deals, because deals is easy. I mean, this is the one category. If you do no other category, you can do this category every single day. And then let's take a deep dive. So let's go in there and look at yesterday's date and go ahead and put down how many deals were closed yesterday. The credit cards in the bank. You got the wire transfer. The contract has been signed. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to look at what's pending. I want you to go ahead and, for your top product, how many leads are going to close in the next, that's hot, 0 to 10 days? How many leads are going to close in the next 10 to 20 days? That's warm. And how many leads are 20 days and out? Doesn't mean they're not going to happen. It just means that they're a little colder. But we're not going to stop there, because that's amazing. Some of you are jumping up and down. Some of you are excited. Some are like, Shay, oh my gosh, I've got work to do. We all do. But we're going to go now celebrate wins, because powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions their focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So what are you most proud of? Put that down in your notes. What was your biggest accomplishment? Put that down in your notes. And what is the one thing you want to brag about for the sales department? This is only the sales department. I want you to brag. And then come on to the other side. After we've acknowledged our wins, our successes, we're happy. Now we're going to go to the other side and say, wait a minute, what are some of our biggest roadblocks? What are the hurdles? Every day is not cupcakes, unicorns, and rainbows. So what was your biggest roadblock? What's the one thing preventing you from moving today? And what's the one thing you can do that if you did it, it would move your life and or business forward? My message of the day is consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do people struggle with most? They struggle with consistency. That's no longer you. You are consistent, focusing on your sales department to build an 8 to 9-figure sales department. You got this. If this is your time, this is your year, this is your moment, and I believe for you, the best is still yet to come. With that being said, my name, by the way, that's my time, is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Make it a great day, everyone, and we'll make some good things out. We connect again next time. God bless. Keep doing God's work and pay this message forward to another CEO. Peace.